Day 90, it's the 26th of September. So yesterday I only managed half a cycle because my app kept crashing. And that is why I need to do a Kickstarter so I can make it properly and so everyone can use it without it crashing. And if you didn't know, I'm doing a Kickstarter. What a great segue that was. I'm doing a Kickstarter I'm planning a Kickstarter in which you can buy one of these things. If you didn't already know, you can go to cyclevr.com and check all that stuff out, or you can go to facebook.com/cyclevr. I've had people saying, when's it going to come out? When's it going to come out? The Kickstarter, when are you going to do it? I wish I could do it right now, but there's still a lot of things I need to answer. Plus I need to finish my actual journey first. This is one of the things I like, one of the many things I like about cycling in VR. No hands! It's much more relaxing not having to think about it. Especially when you're cycling on the highway. South Queensferry, that's where we're going. If you're not from Britain or you don't have a similar sign, that means the left lane is about to end in 600 yards. Who on earth still uses yards? Come on, what kind of year do we live in? We'll be paying for things in Florence soon. Here we are, Queensferry, population 9,000. Queensferry is actually over on my right here. I don't think I'm going to pass through it at all. But it's a nice little village. If only I could show you. I'm being overtaken again. Must pedal faster. Wow, it's dark in here. Don't think I've been in such a dark tunnel before. I should have tried to route my journey through a tunnel, that would be fun. I mean a long one, going under a river or something. Right, we're getting close to the 4th bridge now. And we'll cross over into North Queensferry. That there is the Dakota Hotel, a rich, no children allowed hotel. I made that bit up. Stayed there once. It was okay. Very odd looking. Looks like they're made of Lego. Oh, there's the famous rail bridge. Just you can see its arches over there in the distance. The 4th rail bridge. Probably my favourite bridge in the world, I would say. Not that I'm some kind of bridge connoisseur, you understand. I'm not one of those. And there you can see the 4th road bridge sticking up just ahead of us. Did you know it's getting demolished? Yes, there's a new one being built. After servicing for only 30 years, they decided it was too worn out. So they have to build a new one. That's your taxpayers' money at work. By contrast, the 4th rail bridge has been there since over there. Hundreds of years. So there we are, there's the 4th rail. Very nice bridge. The old 4th road, and you can see the pylons for the new one sticking up, with a bit sticking out. It's a lot further ahead now. This is an old photograph. I think I like that bridge so much because it's so very over-engineered for what it needs to do. It was built just as after the Tay rail disaster, where train went across a bridge, fell in the water, lots of people died. So to prove a point, they built this enormous, fantastic bridge, which was far over-engineered, but it looks great. Because of its scale, this bridge looks a lot more bridge-like that I'm on compared to the Clifton Suspension Bridge when I went over that. But some of it doesn't really work very well, in the panoramas I mean. And apparently it doesn't work very well as an actual bridge because they're destroying it. So the new bridge has a full road running across it now. I think they've joined it up, actually. Look at the size of that. You get a really good sense of height because I have to actually look up like this to see it. That's enormous! Wow. When you're in a car moving quite quickly, the scale of these is a bit lost. But moving at this speed, you really appreciate just how very tall they are. Now we're in North Queensferry, population only 1,000. It's the smaller of the twins. If you're afraid of heights, this is probably a good way to train how not to be. In VR, where it's nice and safe. And we're over the other side. Goodbye. There's the ramp up to the new bridge. I think that's all finished now. Inverkeithing, or as I thought it was pronounced when I very first got here, Inverkeithing. It was given borough status by King David I of Scotland, 1124 to 1153, in the 12th century, and is situated about 9 parsecs, millimeters. We'll never know. Off to the left up here is Dunfermline. I don't really know much about Dunfermline except that I went there once to pick up a pinball machine. Exciting times. In case you are wondering, it was an Addams Family pinball. The only pinball worth having. The sign says Dundee and Perth. That's where I'm from. Kind of, Dundee. I actually live very near Dundee, but unfortunately I won't be passing through it because it's a little bit out of the way for my journey. It would have been nice to pass through the town that I live in. Dundee, Perth, M90. One thing I found very confusing about Britain when I first got here, the street signs are awful on little local streets. Absolutely terrible. They could be anywhere, down the pavement, up in the air, who knows. The major motorways are very well signposted. Perth, 33 miles, that's where I'm going. What's that, about three cycling days, I think. 10 miles a day. Looks like they've had a fire through there. It's all burnt. Crossgates, population 2,458.